What's up, bro? Whoa. What's up? Nothing? Chilling? You? Yeah, finish up my breakfast here, do a little surfing. Right on. Speaking of that, we can't have you eating the dogs, buddy. We love the puppies. We don't eat the puppies. Oh, come on, bro. I guess just give me a rat then. I'll get you that rat. Guess I'll just go catch some waves. Surf's up. Alright, bro. Surf's up. Good morning, reptile lovers. Okay, today we are going to do the double OG of king snakes. We're going to do the California Kingsnake. If you were in the pet store in the 90s, there was going to be one Lamprepeltis in there. It was going to be that classic black and white banded California Kingsnake. You really didn't see anything else back then in the store, maybe a Pueblan, although I can't particularly recall any times where I specifically saw one way back then. It was always the California Kingsnake for the kid that just wasn't satisfied with the corn snake. So here we have Sweet Pie, not Sweetie Pie, Sweet Pie. And that's because he's just always been a Sweetie Pie or a Sweet Pie. I don't know. My son named him. These two spent a lot of time. They bonded right away and spent a lot of time together hanging out on the couch when he was little. So one thing about California Kingsnakes that I've noticed is that they are smart enough and have good enough eyesight to recognize people as an individual. So you get to kind of build a one-on-one relationship that, you know, is kind of rare for snakes this size. Usually they're kind of going through the motions, recognize he has food. And for all of them, except for this guy, because he just came out awesome, I have a good story or example of them showing that they can recognize individual people and maintain a certain opinion about them. I already filmed this once with the camera facing the wrong way because I'm a moron. So this is his second shoot for the day, and he's still being a Sweet Pie. You can see he is just gorgeous. Aberrant pattern, T-negative albino. And if there's anything else in there I'm not aware of. But I do have his sister. So technically, you could breed them together and find everything. So next up, we have Tarzan, my hypermelanistic. That's why he's all extra dark and you can't really see his bands too much. California Kingsnake, and he's an absolute beast. I mean, I may have seen some about this same size, but I don't think I've ever seen any bigger. I know it says they get bigger. So anyway, my story with him is I got him while he was about 4 feet long and didn't trust me at all. Now, he never tried to bite, but what he did is use his Kaioken times 10 musk powers, and it's next level. I mean, his musk will clear a room. I'm glad he doesn't do it anymore. But at the same time, where I grew up, all I really had to catch in the wild was garter snakes, and they would always musk you, and it's respectable. It stunk. So for the first week of having him and getting him like this, he would musk, and it would, you know how certain memories are triggered by smells. So it was just major nostalgic deja vu every time he did it. As gross as it was, you know, it took me back to the good old days. So, and now I just take him out. This is also his second shoot because I filmed his video with the front camera on. Just pointed at the wall, recording my voice. He's got blue eyes, which I also love. Not like Lucy blue, but just a blue iris, like me. So, Tarzan, super awesome dude. Super chill, fun to hang out with. All of the Cali Kings are fun to hang out with. That's for sure. Bye, big guy. Oh, I was going to show you his belly. Let's see if I can pull him out without getting any caca in his water. Look at his belly real quick. I'm sorry. This will be the last time, I promise. Even if I'm filming backwards. Stop. Whenever there's a snake in the screen, I can never get the follow me to stop. Okay. So check out his belly. It is either chocolate. It is either chocolate or like bluish, hazy, gray color, like total color shift to one or the other. I hope it's picking up a little bit. Whoa, you're too big to climb on there. You're too big. You're a big boy. Yes, you are. All right. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Okay. Now that we're back to where we were 20 minutes ago. All right, guys, so this is Medusa. This is Sweet Pie's sister from the same clutch, I do believe. I don't know that 100% for a fact. So going back to what I was saying, the story with her is she got trapped in the rack once, and I didn't know she had managed to get out and get herself in that position, and she got kind of crushed. And I thought we were going to lose her. Once I realized we weren't going to lose her, this was post-brumation, so I thought, oh, for sure, you know, there's no way she's going to lay any eggs. She's been crushed. So anyway, here I am. I'm ripping the rack apart, trying to get her out of there. She sees me. She's associating all this bad experience with me. I even, once I got her out of there and she was fine, you know, she had some bruising, but like I said, once I knew she was going to be all right. And as far as the breeding goes, she's my best breeder. She laid a gorgeous clutch of 8 perfect eggs. We're going to show you in a little bit. So anyway, it took months for her to not be terrified of me. We had a good relationship before, then the whole rack situation, and she's never been 100% fond of me ever, but it was bad for a few months. She didn't trust me. She was terrified of me, which made me feel awful. I know I said that or at least I think I said that the worst part about breeding snakes is the mice. When it's time to, you know, euthanize them for food. I hate it. I hate it so much. And then the second hardest part is figuring out how to deal with when you make a mistake. When I make a mistake at my other company, it just might cost me an hour of work, or I got to replace a part that I shouldn't have had to replace out of pocket, you know. That's worst case scenario. Worst case scenario when you're doing this, breeding snakes or any kind of animal caretaking, is losing one or maiming one or anything. It's hard to live with. Luckily, she ended up being perfectly fine. But that does bring me to my next point. If king snakes are called king snakes because they eat snakes, then California king snakes are the kings of king snakes. They will not hesitate to eat another snake. They will not miss an opportunity to eat another snake. It's not a coincidence that every time you see a rattlesnake getting eaten by a king snake on YouTube, it's going to be a California king snake 9 out of 10 times. They do not play. And the only snake that I've ever lost, passed away, is, like I think I mentioned in the last video, California Kingsnake. Ate my goiny. Poor guy, little goins. He was so sweet, and I just know she hunted him down like a pack of wolves all boiled into one. All right, let's get our next snake. All right, guys. Is this my last California king snake? I think it is, and he's also my favorite. So this is Rocky. He was paired with Medusa. Oh my goodness. I thought maybe I'd like chance it and not wash my hands in between. So for some reason I thought I'd smell my hands to see if they smell like soap, or maybe I think I know what snake on a hand smells like. But apparently Medusa had mussed a little bit, and I went and just took, that was a mistake. Just wash your hands, don't sniff them. All right, so anyway, here's my boy Rocky, who's definitely catching a whiff of some other snakes up on my arm where I didn't wash high enough. And remember how I said Tarzan had blue eyes, and I like that? Let's see if I can get you to see his. his eyes. He has just the bluest, dude. Oh my God, I got musk on me. Anyway, look at the camera. Oh my God. I am so getting chomped on. He's never chomped on me before, so I guess it'll be a first for everything. Like I said, I don't think any of my king snakes have ever latched on. Look at how blue his eyes are. He's got such a perfect blue iris. I do really like that about these snakes. So Rocky, he is a chocolate striped California Kingsnake, kind of like a dot dash, long line dash. Thank God he's a little bit smart. Like I said, the food drive isn't quite as strong as the Florida Kingsnakes, but it's there, and it's enough that, you know, he'll eat through hard times. Hey, birdie. Hi, buddy. We're a tree. Go for the tree trick. Oh. All right, so he's definitely aware of Medusa's musk. I don't think he's gonna go in for the grab, but we're gonna put him back. We've been holding a lot of snakes, and as I just mentioned, the king of king snakes is the California Kingsnake. They are ophophagus as they come. Ophophagus. All right. So I said that was all of my California Kingsnakes. I do have one last little thing we can show you. And these guys here are like literally due any minute. I don't even open this up and look, we're so close. I'm gonna do it just for you guys. Look at how big and healthy and happy. Not one bad egg in the clutch. I mean, this guy's way up top. Just going like a champ. It's gonna be, and those are from Rocky and Medusa. So not only was she okay after the rack debacle, her reproductive organs were also okay. All of her follicles were okay. Snakes are extremely tough. All right, so guys, I think I started saying this last time, but I accidentally bonked Deadpool in the head and lost my train of thought. So while we are gonna go through all of the king snakes that I have multiple examples of, I can't give you an opinion on just one snake or a snake that I don't have, because I don't have enough variables to say how they are as pets, as a species, as opposed to just an individual. So if there's going to be a species that we miss in this series that you love, that's only because I don't have one, or I only have one. But anyway, so for today, California Kingsnakes, awesome. So many different morphs. They have been the staple of Lamprepeltis in the pet trade for longer than I've been in it. I mean, I feel like you go definitely 80s, maybe 70s, probably California Kings were in the pet stores. I don't know, wasn't alive then. Thank God I'm not that old. Okay, let's see. Different morphs. Totally awesome one-on-one relationship building snakes. You know, you can train them to have a relationship with you as opposed to people as a whole, which is cool. That's cool. I like that a lot. All right, guys, so that's gonna do it for the California Kingsnakes. Awesome snakes, perfect size, perfect food drive. Not quite as exciting as the Florida Kingsnakes, but as you can see, Rocky had me on my toes there a little bit, and Medusa twitched for some reason. Probably had a flashback of the rack incident. So many different morphs, and like I said, they have just been the staple of the Lamprepeltis in the pet trade for decades upon decades now. And definitely should be a solid contender if you're thinking about getting a new pet kingsnake. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.